In a stunning revelation that has sent shockwaves through the Premier League, Howard Webb has reportedly broken his silence regarding the officiating nightmare at the Emirates Stadium. The PGMOL chief, under immense pressure following a weekend of high-stakes controversy, has privately conceded that Arsenal were on the wrong end of two pivotal decisions during their recent clash with Manchester United. The admission centres primarily on a glaring handball by Harry Maguire, which Webb has now categorised as a clear penalty that should have been awarded to the Gunners. The incident occurred during a feverish second half when Mikel Merino's goal-bound effort was blocked by the outstretched arm of Maguire. While the on-field official, Craig Pawson, initially deemed the arm to be in a supporting position as Maguire went to ground, Webb's review suggests the action was far from natural. The PGMOL had acknowledged that the defender's arm was positioned in a way that unnaturally increased his body's surface area, effectively serving as a secondary barrier that prevented a certain scoring opportunity. Adding salt to the wounds of the Arsenal faithful, Webb also addressed the controversial goal scored by Patrick Dorgu. In a move that has left analysts scratching their heads, Webb admitted that the build-up to the goal was tainted by a handball that went undetected by both the on-field crew and the VAR team. Replays clearly showed Dorgu using his arm to control the ball into his stride before unleashing his strike, a violation of the immediate goal rule that should have seen the effort chalked off instantly. This double blow of officiating errors has led to a widespread consensus that Arsenal were effectively robbed of 3 vital points at a crucial juncture in the title race. Webb's admission highlights a systemic failure in the communication between the VAR room and the referee, particularly in moments where high-speed play requires surgical precision in review. For Mikel Arteta's side, the psychological and mathematical impact of dropping points at home due to these errors is difficult to overstate, especially given the razor-thin margins at the top of the table. The fallout from these admissions has sparked a renewed debate about the competency of VAR in the 2025-26 season. Fans and pundits alike are questioning how 2 separate handball incidents involving high-profile players like Maguire and Dorgu could be missed by a room full of technology and experienced officials. Webb has expressed his regret over the outcome, noting that the consistency the PGMOL strives for was clearly absent during the proceedings at the Emirates. Furthermore, Webb pointed out that the decision to let play continue after Dorgu's handball was a departure from the strict interpretation of the laws established at the beginning of the campaign. Under current IFAB guidelines, any handball in the immediate lead-up to a goal, whether accidental or intentional, must be penalised. By allowing the goal to stand, the officials not only ignored the technical violation but also fundamentally altered the momentum of a match that Arsenal had looked likely to dominate. The admission regarding Maguire is perhaps the most damaging to the PGMOL's credibility this season. The supporting arm defence has often been a grey area, but Webb clarified that Maguire's movement toward the ball after his initial slip removed the protection usually afforded to a falling player. It was a proactive block rather than a reactive brace, a distinction that should have triggered a VAR intervention and a subsequent trip to the pitchside monitor for Pawson. For Arsenal, these apologies, while welcome for the sake of transparency, offer no tangible relief in the standings. The 3 points lost are gone forever, and the club now faces the uphill task of making up ground that was ceded through no fault of their own. Mikel Arteta has reportedly been incensed by the official explanation, viewing it as another instance where his team's hard work on the pitch was undermined by inconsistencies in the officiating booth. As the Premier League moves into the final months of the season, Webb's transparency is being viewed as a double-edged sword. While it provides clarity, it also reinforces the perception that the technology meant to eliminate clear and obvious errors is failing to do so in the most critical moments. The PGMOL has pledged to refine its training protocols following the Emirates debacle, but for many, the damage to the integrity of the match has already been done. Ultimately, the saga of the Maguire and Dorgu handballs will serve as a landmark case in the ongoing struggle to balance human judgment with technological assistance. Howard Webb's admission that Arsenal should not have dropped points is a rare and heavy acknowledgement of failure. As the title race reaches a boiling point, the what-ifs of this officiating disaster will likely